नमस्ते बिटिया, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am Dr. Bharat Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Pathology, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today's topic is multiple myeloma. Multiple myeloma is a multifocal malignant proliferation of plasma cell derived from a single clone of cells that is monoclonal. The term multiple myeloma is used interchangeably with myeloma. Multiple myeloma primarily affects the elderly. Peak incidence is 5th to 6th decades and increases in incidence with age. It is rare under the age of 40. Etiology and pathogenesis. Myeloma is a monoclonal proliferation of B cells. The etiology of myeloma remains unknown. However, following factors and abnormalities have been implicated. First is radiation exposure. Large doses exposure to radiation with a long latent period has been seen in myelomas. Epidemiological factors. Myeloma has higher incidence in blacks. Occupational exposure to petroleum products has been associated with higher incidences. Karyotypic abnormalities. Several chromosomal alterations have been observed in cases of myeloma. Oncogenic anti-oncogens. These are overexpression of MYC and RAS growth promoting oncogen in some cases, mutation in P53 and RB growth suppressing anti-oncogen in some cases. Based on above molecular pathogenesis of multiple myeloma and its major manifestation can be summed up as under. First is cell surface adhesion molecule bind myeloma cells to bone marrow, stromal cells, and extracellular matrix protein. This binding triggers adhesion-mediated signaling and mediated production of several cytokines by fibroblasts and macrophages of the marrow. Adhesion-mediated signaling affects the cell cycle via cyclin D and P21 causing abnormal production of myeloma proteins. Interleukin 6 cytokine plays a central role in cytokine mediated signaling and cause proliferation as well as cell survival of tumor cell via its anti-apoptotic effect on tumor cells. Certain cytokines produced by myeloma cells brings about bony destruction by acting as osteoclast activating factor. Morphological features. The pathological findings are described below under two headings: osseous lesions and extraosseous lesions. First is osseous lesions. In more than 95% of cases, multiple myeloma begins in the bone marrow. In majority of cases, the disease involves multiple bones. By the times the diagnosis is made, most of the bone marrow is involved. Most commonly affected bone are those with red marrow. Examples is skull spine, ribs, and pelvis, but later long bones of the limbs are also involved. Gross appearance: the normal bone marrow is replaced by soft gelatinous reddish gray tumors. Microscopic examination: the diagnosis of multiple myeloma can be usually established by examining bone marrow aspiration from an area of bony rarefication. Cellularity: there is usually hypercellularity of the bone marrow. Myeloma cells Myeloma cells constitute 10% of the marrow cellularity. These cells may form clumps or sheets or may be scattered among the normal hematopoietic cells. Myeloma cells may vary in size from small differentiated cells resembling normal plasma cells to large, immature and undifferentiated cells. Binucleated and multinucleated cells are sometimes present. The nucleus of myeloma cells is commonly eccentric, similar to plasma cells, but usually lack the cart-wheel comet pattern seen in classical plasma cells. Nucleoli are frequently present. The cytoplasm of these cells is abundant and basophilic with perinuclear halo vacuolization and contains Russell bodies consisting of hyaline globules composed of synthesized immunoglobulin Extraosseous lesion. Late in the course of the disease, lesions at several extraosseous sites become evident. First in blood, approximately 50% of the patient with multiple myeloma have a few atypical plasma cells in the blood. Other changes in the blood in myeloma are the presence of anemia, marked red cell Rolex formation, and an elevated ESR. Myeloma kidneys. Renal involvement in myeloma, called myeloma nephrosis, occurs in many cases. Infiltration of the nerve trunk root by tumor cells produce non-specific polyneuropathy. Systemic amyloidosis. Systemic primary generalized amyloidosis may occur in 10% of cases of multiple myeloma. Liver spleen involvement. Organomegaly is seen in some cases. Clinical feature is bone pain in the most common symptom, susceptibility to infections, renal failure, anemia occur in about 80% of the patients, bleeding tendencies and hyperviscosity syndrome may produce headache, fatigue, visual disturbances and hemorrhage. Neurological symptoms, biochemical abnormalities includes hypercalcemia due to destruction of bone, hyperuricemia from necrosis of tumor mass and form uremia related to renal failure, and increased beta 2 microglobulin and other immunoglobulin in urine and serum. MS syndrome is seen in about 1% case of myeloma and includes simultaneously manifestation of polyneuropathy, organomegaly, endocrinopathy, multiple myeloma, and skin changes. The diagnosis of myeloma is made by classic triad of features: plasmocytosis of more than 10%, radiologic evidence of lytic bony lesion, and demonstration of serum and or urine M component. Treatment plan and prognosis. Treatment of multiple myeloma consists of systemic chemotherapy in the form of alkylating agent and symptomatic suppurative care. The terminal phase is marked by the development of pancytopenia, severe anemia, and sepsis. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you all enjoy this session. If you have any query, please mention it in comment box. Thank you.